Here's the data, right? I was looking at a chart the other day. They were looking at cardiac arrests or cardiac deaths from 1980 something to 2001. Here's what they found. If you look at the graph from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, the graph does this. As we go into November and December, the graph actually spikes very intensely. And when you see that spike, that's the number of cardiac deaths. The number 2, right, the 1 and 2 days in the year where we get the most cardiac deaths is December 25th, January 1st, right? And it's because we've been accumulating all the stress for an entire year. And we talk about stress, we're not looking at only emotional stress, which is what most people think about. You're looking at
indulging in chocolate.
You're looking at chemical stress, right, which is the food that we eat.
Plastic pans.
Exactly, right? Toxins, chemicals. You're looking at emotional stress and you're looking at physical stress. And unfortunately, your body doesn't have a magical escape valve where all that stress is going to go away. It just bioaccumulates, and next thing you know, the body cannot deal with it anymore, and boom, at some point the body shuts down, and that's where we start to get these cardiac deaths going on December 25th and January 1st.
And it's an especially extra stressful time because you're trying to meet other people's expectations. You're
that's why I don't have any friends.
To more junk food than ever.
Yeah.
I don't know how many cookies, pies, and cakes come out between November and December. So we get that chemical stress that was discussed.
Especially if you're Puerto Rican.
It never ends. You have to have
Crisco on top of that.
Everything's fried. You have, your cakes and pies.
Are they fried too in Puerto Rico?
I don't know.
Cake?
But you still have to have your little cakes that have, what's the cake that has the little babies in it, and if you get that baby, something's good.
Yeah, babies.
Or you having
They put little babies in the cake. What is that called?
Or even
yeah. I don't know the names of them.
we have flan. Flan has a lot of sugar.
We have
Flan is a lot
tres leche,
of sugar.
which is
It's
this
That's good.
cake drowned in milk. Like
It just has a lot of sugar, but it's
Latinos are not good with sugar, okay?
Yeah.
Look, we've all agreed we need better education. Because you are not about to make a good flan with stevia.
no, it's not.
I'm not interested
What
in
about some
that.
maple syrup?
No, it's probably it's gonna spike your blood.
Look at Hester.
It's gonna
She's
take-
like,
but this
it's
is-
gotta be sugar. Okay?
Once again, what's interesting in the way I like to educate patients, though, is that you don't have to cut these things out. Food order matters. You will actually decrease your glucose spikes, once again, if you eat your food in the right order.
Yeah.
You start with your vegetables to lay down a nice layer of fiber. Then you eat your proteins and your fats. Then you follow that with your starches and then your sugars. If you do it in that order and use your sugars as a dessert, your sugar is not the orange juice that's part of your drink. The sugar is not the pastry that's your meal. It's your dessert at the end. You can eat those same things, and if you eat them in a different order,
Makes a
you will
difference.
actually have a higher glucose spike than if you eat them in that order. Vegetables,
Yeah.
proteins, fats, starches, sugars.
So
good.
here's the biggest question I have for you guys. You just said earlier, you said getting healthier, eating healthier, losing weight basically, and financial stuff is the two biggest New Year's resolutions. I want to know, do you all have New Year's resolutions and what are they? I'm going to start with you this time. I started with Taylor, I started with her. I need you.
Okay, if I'm going to be honest,
Uh-oh.
my New Year's
No,
resolution
this is
this
being
year,
recorded. This is going out in public.
this is the thing, it's going out there. So I'm human. Surprise, surprise. I sat in the classroom, I got
Can
the
you verify that
education.
he's human?
He's a human.
Okay, he's human.
I got the education, but I'm just like every single one of you. I eat the same foods with the same addictive contents that they're adding to it. I grew up with the same habits, and so it's very easy for third-party preaching. I can tell you all day what to do right, but when I go home, the struggles we share. I look at those cookies and I have to do the same, like, that's not the right thing to do. And I'm not going to lie. I've had a brownie sitting in my desk for a week now. I haven't eaten the brownie. He ate his brownie. I'm just going to call him out. He ate his
And I've seen your brownie.
You guys get people dropping it off all sorts of sugar.
There, the
offices.
patients
Too much.
dropped it off.
Yep, too many.
And I like that they think about us. And I don't want my patients giving me celery.
Oh, that would suck.
I like the brownie. But
How about a nice ribeye. Should I do a ribeye?
We don't get ribeyes.
Let's talk about that.
We don't even get
Grass
what.
fed, grass finished, and on my desk specifically because Dr. Ray will snake it. Just saying. But I have looked at this brownie every day, and I want the hell out of this brownie.
It's a good brownie.
And I'm gonna eat it soon. Like it's gonna get devoured. I'm gonna kill it. But I'm hopeful that by next year I'm gonna start trying to really live by the things that I'm stating to my patients.
All right, so you're working on the food thing.
Okay, that's good.
Aspects, because this is a big convoluted,
like
complex
sugar?
issue.
Like
It's
what?
not just. I mean, it's sugar, it's fats, it's eating order, it's eating time of the day. How many meals should I eat? Should I eat 5 small meals or 3 larger? You know, there's like, should I
an
starve
actionable
myself?
New Year's resolution here? I'm hearing a lot of. I need. What's your New Year's resolution?
So I'm going to actually listen to myself, and I'm going to try to do the things, all the things that I'm
so
recommending
you're going to become
to
your
my
own patient and do. What
I'm
you
going to
say.
become my own patient, and I'm going to start self-regulating
All right.
as best as possible,
Okay.
so that as I speak to my patients, I can come to them from a place that they can relate to.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you believe in Dr. Andres?
If I believe in him,
Yeah. Do you believe him? Do you believe?
I think he'll do a good job. I'll throw away that brownie next week when I see it.
You better
So
not
what
throw away
about
my
you?
brownie.
Like I said, we've been working on 2 things. We've been working on working out, so we hired a trainer recently. I've understood
How's that going?
It's hurting. It's hurting, but it's helping. One of the things that we've always been taught is that if you do cardiovascular, like high intensity workouts, that's going to be the best thing to get healthy and everything. But now I'm looking at the research. I'm saying actually it might not be cardio. It might be weightlifting. So we're doing now focusing more on weightlifting. It helps a lot with testosterone for males. And it does help, exchange pretty much that fat into turning into muscle. So I'm definitely working out. We hired a trainer, like I said, and I'm going to try and get back to those whole foods, things that have one ingredient only, and that I know that's the only thing that's in there, which will make my food choices very limited. But I think if I do a good job, it'll make a big difference in my overall health. I mean, I've seen it before, so.
Hannah says, "Is this true? Is he really going to do these things?"
It's true. It's true. I would be the first person to call him out or give him the look, but he is trying.
So we're gonna circle back to this, just so you know, and I'm gonna ask her if you've done this. So like,
I'm
next
250 pounds.
month, I'd be like, "Is it true? Is he still
The
working
trainer
out?"
really doing his job.
You've been sitting over there contemplating your answer. I could tell. So
Yeah, because my answer is like completely different from them. Like I work more on my
No.
I don't know what this. Oh,
Money.
That's how your brain works. I mean, not saying that mine doesn't work like that, but that's not priority for me. It's more like right here. It's like I need to get better at saying no to the things that deep in my core we don't share, and that comes with family, that comes with friends.
Emotional
And,
sanity.
Yeah, I'm
sanity.
one of those people that you call me and you need help, I'll be there. And sometimes
Can I have
I'm
your
not
number?
saying that you need to. What did you say?
Can I have your number?
You can. But I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I go through these, what do you call it? Like really lows
valleys.
during
Peaks and
that-
valleys, yeah.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 times a year where I like get disappointed, but I'm like, I got myself in that position. And the best thing that I could do, and I've learned that from him, is like cut people, That's one of my risks, because I'm like, no, but if I can help, if I can listen, I can be a friend, I can be, it's,
Caring, like it's that whole thing of making sure that you are strong in who you are, and not caring as much about what people think of you as far as what you need to do.
100%. Putting yourself first.
How many women need to do that though? Come on now.
Oh, a lot of us. I feel like we're wired differently.
For sure.
Because, they're thinking about, like, cutting the cost.
Money and food, and we're like,
And
but
food.
emotional.
But emotional,
emotionally.
like, that to me is the most, like,
Next
that
time-
drains me.
No, that's good. Next time I'm going to ask you guys what's your emotional resolution, just so you guys
No.
Yeah.
And I can get on board with you, I will say, because we are seeing some of the highest statistics or levels of PCOS in females, because once again of what's going on in our food, our diet, and how it's affecting hormonal imbalance and things, and that's big.
You know what I heard though, and this is interesting for what you're saying, is autoimmune disease. I forget which percentage, but I want to say it's something like 80 or 90%, super high percentage of autoimmune.
Emotional.
Because of the mindset.
Yep.
Because of what you just said about how like we're trying to please people and it's that stress and that level
It's a lot.
of like
You know, I have my moments where you're like,
Oh, you
why?
do? Yeah,
And
I
you'll
don't
be
know.
like-
I don't
You'll
know.
be like, but why do you care? And I'm like, I don't know how to turn that off in here. I don't.
you know why?
I care.
Our brains are made of spaghetti. Everything touches. You guys are waffles. You got our little boxes.
That is true. That is true.
I cannot think about it. It's touching the other strand.
That is true.
Unfortunately for women, hormones run wild
Yep.
during different phases of life, and based on things like what you're eating, how much you're exercising. And that's not something that I don't think males generally have to worry about or even think about. And I don't know if that's...
I could care less.
But what about you, Laura? Would you say that you agree to an extent to what I just
What
said?
you said? Oh, absolutely. I mean, my husband's over there. You can ask him. He'll tell you 110%. It is. It's very hard. There's a lot of stress that you put on yourself. And it's a very mental thing that I think women often don't realize and they don't take care of. Because they put, and then sometimes the resolution puts more stress on them because they're like, oh my goodness, I have to be.
I gotta do this.
All these ways. And then my husband's doing like, or my boyfriend or whoever it is, he's doing this whole food diet. So I gotta cook better because oh my goodness, you know.
The good thing is that February comes and everybody forgets about those things. So it's like,
So there's resolutions
Stress
until
for a
February
month.
1st. Good job. Awesome. Congratulations.
you know exactly. So